Welcome to Chapter 10, Lesson 6. We've been talking about place value and decimals as far as recording numbers, but what we haven't talked about is how to use decimals with operations such as addition or subtraction. Today we're going to talk about using place value and models to add decimals. Example 1. Denny walked 3/10 mile to the post office. Then he walked 5/100ths of a mile to the grocery store. How far did he walk in all? Well, in all, we know generally means add. So we're going to be adding here. Write the answer as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and as a decimal. Okay, so we need fractions and decimals. All right, well, let's model it out. So 3/10 is 3 out of 100, or 3 out of 10. 1, 2, 3. It's 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Okay, so we have 3 out of 10, 3/10. And we're going to be adding 5/100ths to that. 5/100ths. And to add 5/100ths, we need our hundredths. This is a hundredth because it's 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. Okay, so we're adding 1, 2, 3 tenths and 5/100ths together. Well, if we're going to write as a fraction with the denominator of 100, we know that 30 or 3/10 is equivalent to 30 out of 100, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 out of 100. Okay, so we've got the first one. Now we need to add because they need to have the same denominator. So 5/100ths. So 30 plus 5/100ths, 30 plus 5 is 35. So 35/100ths. So we've written this as a fraction. Check. Now we need to write it as a decimal. Write the sum as a decimal. Sum means add. Think of 35 over 100 as 35/100ths. So 35 out of 100. Remember, this is our model. It's 35 out of 100. So we would have 0, because we have 0 full ones, 0.35. So Denny walked 35/100ths, or 0.35 miles in all. Okay, find 4/10 plus 22/100ths. Write the sum as a fraction with a denominator of 100 and as a decimal. So we need two answers. So first we have 4/10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're adding 22/100ths. So 20 and 2. So we're adding these together, which now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 62. And if we look here, 40 plus 22 is 62. So we have 62/100ths. So we've done it as a fraction. Now we need to do it as a decimal. Well, think of 62/100ths as 62/100ths. So 62 out of 100 is 0.62. 0.62. Check that the models show 4/10, yes. 22, yes. Together, 62. Okay. Or we could have converted this one to being 0.4 and converted this part, 22 out of 100, to being 0.22 and adding it vertically, which remember I told you have to line up the decimal and then just drop it down. So there's nothing here. 6, drop that decimal, 0.62. Remember, drop the decimal down. Okay. This time, I'm going to start like this. And I'm going to make it very cartoony. And I'm going to show that this is a very tall creature eating out of the tree. And to give it some scale, I'm going to put a little rabbit all the way down here. So we know it's very tiny. Okay, see you in class.